Welcome to the Lee Mack's All-Star Cast, the show that has big celebrity guests but also gives normal people like me, John Hamnett, from the chance to be our star.
I think that's about as naturalistic as we're going to get. Roll title. The gospel honest truth. A little bit awkward. Quick tip for you, always check what the others are wearing before you come out. Good evening and welcome to Lee Mack's All-Star Cast, the show that not only has fantastic celebrity guests but also gives you, the audience, the chance to star. All right, calm down, you sycophants. In my All-Star Cast tonight, she's known for being very frank. It's Fern Britton. And so is he. It's Frank Skinner. We've got stand-up from the brilliant Stuart Francis. And music from our favourite tank commander, James Blunt. But sadly, there were some people we weren't able to cast this week. We weren't able to cast Bruce Forsyth. He's been too busy celebrating the news that he's getting a knighthood, which means he's lower than a king, but higher than a jack. The only bad news for Bruce is that he'll no longer be able to use his famous catchphrase, "Where's my bloody knighthood? My bloody knighthood?" Just as we rehearsed. Someone else we couldn't cast tonight is a certain Premiership footballer who shall remain nameless. Yes, believe it or not, despite the fact that everyone knows who he is and it's all over the papers, we still technically can't mention his name in connection with certain stories. I know, it's ridiculous, isn't it? Trust me, as a stand-up comedian, this story is ruining my gigs. I mean, it's not just my gigs, it's everyone's gigs. And the thing about these gigs, right, is that people have paid good money to go to these gigs, so the gigs aren't the gigs they used to be, these gigs. Well, sod it, I don't care what the rules are. It was Gary Neville. Wasn't really, it was Ryan Giggs. We also haven't been able to cast a Filipino gentleman by the name of June Ray Balawing, who, on his recent 18th birthday, became the world's smallest man. There he is, 22 inches tall, holding a twiglet. It's a genuine story. If you don't believe me, type 22-inch Filipino into Google. Actually, you better not. We also haven't been able to cast anyone from NASA this week. They've been too busy investigating a woman who's been arrested for trying to sell a bit of moon rock for $1 million. Did you read about this? The woman's identity has not been revealed, although I am guessing it might be a Mrs. N. Armstrong of Houston, Texas. I knew not everyone would get that joke. It's about the Houston gag. We have a problem. It's true, though. Moon rock is very rare. It's actually more rare and valuable than most precious metals. And we are genuinely lucky enough tonight to actually have one here. Now, this is genuinely a piece of moon rock that's been lent to us by the Science Museum, and it has an estimated value of over £500,000. You're laughing. This is genuinely a piece of moon rock. Look, if you don't believe me, look. If you rip it open, look inside. It says moon rock. Look. You see? And they laughed when I asked the Chuckle Brothers to write for me this week. Here we go. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to meet our star guests. My first guest tonight started her TV career on the local news, as did I, but for very different reasons. Nothing proved. My second guest is genuinely one of my favourite comedians of all time, and he's also had 2 number ones. But then again, at his age, it's hard to hold it in. I'm Lee Mack, cheeky never blue. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Fern Britton and Frank Skinner. How are you?
Very good, thank
Mr.
you.
S. Nice little ageist gag to begin with. Was all right?
It's a fabulous entrance. That's what I imagine the afterlife will be like. Except obviously I'll probably be walking upstairs. But I'll be happy to go with you, Fern.
Well, I could be going either way, I'm not sure.
Well, that's worth knowing. Don't clap that
Now, you're obviously both got something in common here because you're more used to sitting in my seat and being the host, aren't you? The first question is, any tips, Fern? Because you've interviewed them all, haven't you? You've interviewed...
Quite a few.
Not them all, that would have taken forever, but
No.
you've interviewed them all. What was the best interview you did?
Oh, gosh. I suppose the one that got the most publicity was Tony Blair. But the most enjoyable ones, I think, were people like Liza Minnelli, Lauren Bacall, Rosalind Russell. Those people are fantastic.
Am I the only person in the room who doesn't know who Rosalind Russell is? Is that terrible?
No, I'm going to admit I don't either.
Does anybody...
What? Does anybody here know who Rosalind Russell is? Oh, man alive.
Is this someone you
She
interviewed
was
on a bus?
She was the woman who appeared with Marilyn Monroe in Gentlemen Prefer
That's
Blondes.
Jane Russell.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Yeah. You know when I said at the beginning, have you got any tips on being a chat show host? I've just learnt one. Know the names of the people you're in. But you also interviewed the Prime Minister, Rupert Burr, didn't you? So, Frank, have you had any good or bad experiences with the chat show?
One thing I'd say is don't talk to the guest before the chat show.
Right.
I interviewed Ringo Starr once, and just before we went on, he said to me, "Oh, by the way, I'd rather not talk about the Beatles."
Blimey.
So we did 20 minutes on Thomas the Tank Engine.
Now, as you know, part of your job tonight is to help me cast members of our audience to be stars of the show. And first up tonight, we need to cast someone who will make a special appearance later. I'm looking for someone with Oscar-winning acting skills, and whoever you two pick will appear in a major BBC costume drama, otherwise known as the cobbled-together sketch at the end of this show. And tonight, the emotion we need you, ladies and gentlemen, to portray is that of shocked. Think of your motivation, because I'll be asking you about that later. It can be the most shocking thing you've ever seen or done. In my case, it was when I went to a strip club and met a woman working there who lived in the same road as me. It was my mum. I still put a tenner in her knickers. So everyone, on the count of 3, your best shocked face. 3, 2, 1, action! I haven't seen faces like this since Jim Davidson hosted the Mobos. OK, some great shocked faces there. Let's have a look at some of our hopefuls. That's more like a shocking way to eat a melon.
Do you know I used to have a big doll that looked just like that?
What's your name?
Sam.
Tell me this. What was your motivation?
Well, several years ago, I went for a walk in the local park to feed the deer. And I was with my landlady and her family, and I was busy walking along, having a chat, and I thought she was right behind me, my landlady. And I couldn't hear her talking to me, so I turned round, and there she is, just squatting there by a bush, having a wee, and I saw everything.
Basically, she was your landlady and your squatter, I suppose. Let's have a look at another one. Blimey, you look like you've seen a ghost. A really underwhelming ghost. What's your name?
I'm Nick.
Hi, Nick. What was your motivation?
Over Christmas, went out with the boys on a nights out. Woke up the next morning feeling all ill. Sinus problems, headache. Couldn't breathe out of one nostril. Tried blowing my nose several times, nothing happened. Woke up next morning, same problem. Went to the bathroom and I sneezed and a lump of kebab flew out my nose. That was... It was the size of a 50-pence piece.
How did it get up there? You mean you sort of...
To this day, we still don't know. I like to eat my food quick, but I never actually realised I inhaled the food.
Sure, it was a piece of kebab and not a piece of you.
Let's have a look at another shock face. I'm guessing you've got some really shocking teeth. Yeah, what's your name?
I'm Pat.
Hello, Pat. And what was your motivation?
Well, a few years ago we went on a family holiday to Florida.
I don't remember that. Wait. That is shocking. OK, so yes.
And I decided to take a photograph in the hotel room. Took the photo, and unfortunately, I took the photographs into work a few days later when I got back, and somebody was looking through them, and she suddenly looked very embarrassed and said, "Did you know that happened?" And my husband had actually had his manhood hanging out of his shorts. What's weird is I didn't even notice.
There's a rather embarrassed-looking gentleman just next to you. Is that the man in question?
Gentleman.
What's your name, sir?
Smudge.
Smudge?
Yeah.
It's a pity the picture wasn't.
It's interesting that these stories are all about the surprise appearance of meat.
Thank you, Fred. It's time to choose our winner, who we're going to be casting in the sketch. Who's it going to be?
Oh.
I do like the first one, I have to say.
Was the bush in the thing?
Let's have that lady.
Yes.
Sam, let's have
Face
Sam.
it.
Sam. Sam's in the sketch. We'll be seeing more of Sam later. Talking shocked. What's the most shocking thing that's happened to you?
I'll tell you what I did. Recently I got waxed.
You did.
I did.
What the?
Well, more or less everything. The whole chest. So the whole chest. I'll take that much wax. The legs and about half, just the one half of the...
Why did you do that?
Well, it was a comic relief thing, and it was actually done by Denise Van Outen. But who is an inexperienced waxer for all her many talents. You usually do it in strips, but it was like a pizza on my chest. Just completely covered. And then she needed 2 hands to tear it off. So I was sort of going... And when she tore it off, I looked like a robin. I had an enormous red circle there. And there must be a lot of people who's been waxed here. And I thought, I bet this is a double bluff. It actually doesn't hurt that much. But it actually does.
And you're not a particularly hirsute person, are you?
I'm not, no.
No, he's not.
I'm not. In fact, it hasn't grown back.
Taking your shirt off?
I'm going to show... Look, there's a little bit come
There's
back.
a tiny bit here.
I've got
Tiny.
less than that.
Less.
I've got nothing.
Really?
Nothing, not a
Nothing
thing.
at all? What about your legs?
I've got legs, yeah.
No, sir.
Now it's time to welcome to the All-Star cast one of the best stand-ups in the world right now, all the way from Canada. Please welcome Stuart Francis.
Thank you very much. My name is Stuart Francis. Well, my stage name is Stuart Francis. My real name is Barbara Streisand. Barbara Streisand. I don't know how you got here. I squatted down, put my head between my knees, and fell forward. That's how I roll. I have never asked a rhetorical question. How cool is that? I like my women the way I like my skis, rented. With a little wax on their bottom. Swish. People who reinforce their own country's negative stereotypes. What's that all about? Gets me so upset I just want to take my ice hockey stick and club a seal. Or a moose. Or Justin Bieber. I'm Canadian. I'm sure some of you figure that out. I don't think my wife being very religious has had an effect on our 2 daughters, Luke and John the Baptist. I've got a Moses joke that will divide the room. Watch a lot of television, the entire screen for that matter. I saw a show called Last of the Summer Wine. I don't know if you've seen it. If you haven't seen it, it's about 3 creepy old guys who roam the countryside trying to be funny and failing miserably. No, Top Gear. Good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, Stuart Francis. Actually, here's a joke for you. Knock, knock. Zebra. Zebra, tea cake, flange bucket, sperm whale, cod's wallet, muffin spanner, bread roll, cheese flan, beef sprocket, whistle bobbles, jellyfish, toenail, jockstrap, carrot knickers, muffin burger, baboon bush, grommet crumble. Yeah, you're not laughing now, but wait until you see the late night repeat with that signer for the deaf. You'll wait yourself. Now, this is the point in the show where I would be normally introducing our next guest, and this week it was supposed to be Andy Murray, but he was too busy getting ready for Wimbledon. He's got to book that holiday for straight after the quarterfinals. I'm joking. He's Britain's Andy Murray. Until after the quarterfinals, when we'll all know him as Scotland's Andy Murray. But don't worry, we've got an idea to find a replacement. Yes, it's time for...
You got the look. You got the look.
Yes, you've got the look. We asked everyone in our audience before tonight's show which famous person they think they look like. And the winner, as judged by Frank and Fern, will get to star in the trailer for next week's show. First up, Ryan Johnson. Hello, Ryan, you all right?
Hello, yeah, not bad.
And what do you do, Ryan?
Work in retail.
And Frank and Fern, do we have any ideas who that might be?
It's very difficult, isn't it?
I haven't got it. Everyone else has got it except me.
It's probably a programme you don't watch.
There's some diseases we'd be thankful for that sentence.
Does this person wear spectacles?
Yeah.
Because I think, you see, I can see, if you look through the spectacles, if this was like a magic eye face, where you stare at the spectacles disappear, I think there's a hint of David Walliams in there. No?
Is that it?
No, but I have been mistaken for him once.
You've been mistaken for him?
Yeah, I see that.
Yes. Oh, and also a bit of Brian Cox.
Am I right in saying that we haven't got the person you mainly look at, though?
Not yet, no.
So we need the glasses on for that, do we?
OK.
OK.
When you say you're in retail, is it ladies' fashion?
Yeah.
Ah!
No, you're not going to say he looks like Gok Wan.
Yes.
Is he?
He's just got glasses on.
You know, you're literally the only person in the room that doesn't think he looks like Gok Wan.
He looks more like David Walliams than Gok Wan.
Can we have a look at Gok Wan? That's Gok Wan, isn't it? Have you got any tips on how I can look good naked?
A body bag.
A body bag? You cheeky little shit! Sorry, I'm going to have to work on my chat show skills. You cheeky little shit! Can we have a look at another one? Amy Perry. Where are you, Amy?
Yeah.
So, do we know who Amy Perry thinks she looks like?
The person you look like, is she an actress?
Yeah.
Yes. Is she an actress in a soap opera?
Yeah.
Ah.
Unless
clue?
it's Ina Sharples, I probably won't get it. That's the last time I watched the soap opera.
Well, it was when Ina Sharples was on.
Yeah. Is she in EastEnders?
Yeah.
It was a fair bet, wasn't it?
Yeah. Did she used to play... Exactly!
Oh, hold on.
My next question.
Yeah, is it
Do you know
Louis
I get
Armstrong?
called Chumley?
Did I give you a clue?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Natalie Cassidy.
No.
Oh.
No, it's Janet Trumpet. It is Natalie Cassidy who plays Sonia in EastEnders. Do you use your lookalike celebrity looks to mix with other celebs?
No, I don't.
No?
But I think my mum looks like Johnny Vegas, but woman version.
Johnny Vegas?
Yes.
Please tell me she's not... Oh, my God. You are a charming daughter. Hello, Mrs. Vegas.
Especially when she's got a cup of tea and a monkey.
Can we have a look at... We've got...
I absolutely
lovely, that. Can we have a look at another one? We've got Colleen Lambourne. Where are you, Colleen?
Ooh. Oh.
It's not Gotwan's mum, is it? Colleen, what do you do?
I'm a personal trainer.
You're very energetic looking. You can barely keep your glasses up. So, do we know who Colleen looks like?
Well, I'm wondering whether she could give us a wink.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you know what? That must be a good clue, but we're all actually terrified. Are you getting that, Frank?
Well, I got it from that clue. I hadn't got it before. I was quite a long way away.
Where were you?
Well,
I was Michael Foot, the former leader of the Labour Party.
OK, Fern, who do we think it is?
Oh, you are the weakest link.
Goodbye.
Let's have a look at that. Is it Anne Robinson? That is good.
That is pretty good.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
Do you use your celeb looks to meet anyone famous?
I met George Michael in a sauna.
In a sauna? When was this?
When he was in Wham with the lovely hair. Gave me his autograph. And then he popped in his taxi and off he went. And the lady who runs the sauna came out and said, he's left his underpants in the locker.
Did you get them?
Yes.
You didn't.
Have you still got them?
You've got them now? Oh, marvellous.
Can I go and get them?
Oh, look at you.
Why, only for you. I know you're interested.
Thank you.
I bet she hasn't played them.
Oh, and the autograph. Everything's here. We can do a great big auction at the end of this.
Have these been washed?
No. You can check
Have they not,
the
really?
DNA.
You know what I'm looking for? But you know what he's like with his driving? There's probably skid marks. It's a comedy basic, but can I put them on my head?
Well, I think we ought to give them...
Bringing back memories, George. They are tiny, aren't they?
Aren't they? Your head is bigger than his bottom.
So, I'm going to leave this in your hands, Frank and Fern. Who are we giving the prestigious job of promoting next week's show to?
I quite like Johnny Vegas. I know that was a late entrant, but...
We can have them both as the winner. You can have Vegas and Sonia.
That sounds lovely.
Right, let's hear it for Johnny Vegas and her daughter, Sonia from EastEnders. We will be seeing them later on in the show. Now, people think I'm just the glamorous face of this show. I wrote that. I'm not, you know. I even do my own bookings. Lee Mack's All-Star Cast. Oh, hello, Giggsy. No, you're not on this show. You got it mixed up. You're on that other one, Mr. and Someone Else's Mrs. Oh, I've got to go. There's a young lady at the door. By the way, have you got any good chat-up lines? Have you been on Big Brother? Oh, have you been on My Big Brother? I know it was your little brother, but it doesn't work for the joke. It's TV's Tess Daly! Nice to see you.
Please don't.
Thanks for coming round. It's always nice to meet the guests before they come on the show.
Do you know, I didn't really imagine you living in a place like this.
It's only temporary.
No, I mean, you're doing better than I expected.
So, what can I get you to drink? Tea, coffee, or something a little bit stronger?
Oh, what have you got?
Bovril.
No, thanks.
It's homemade. All you need is a blender and a cow. Anyway, give us your coat and grab a seat. So, I'm guessing you must be very lonely at the moment, Peter being away on tour.
Who's Peter?
Your husband, Peter Kay.
I'm married to Vernon Kay.
Oh, well, that makes my next question a bit redundant. I was going to say, do you not think that big cumbersome northern lad is punching above his weight? Actually, it still makes sense.
They told me you're a funny man.
Did they?
Yeah. So when's that going to kick in?
I'll make us that drink.
So, what are we going to talk about when I come on the show?
Well, we could talk about Strictly.
OK.
Bruce Forsyth or Len Goodman. If you had to, which one?
Is there something wrong with you?
Hey, come on, Bruce and Len, the good-looking lads. I know Craig Revel Horwood.
What?
Nothing, I'm just saying I know Craig Revel Horwood. Lovely fella. It's my beloved landlady, Miss Trent. It looks like someone's let the air out of Eddie Izzard.
Where's the rent, boy?
How do you know about him? Oh, I see. I'll start paying the rent when you sort out the heating.
Well, there's nothing wrong with the heating.
Oh, no? You reckon?
Lee's right about how cold it is. I'm Jersey.
Frisian.
Well, looks like I've got a couple of uninvited guests.
You're telling me. Where were we?
Pizza delivery for Mack.
Perfect timing.
And the wine.
Oh, thank you.
And the flowers.
Lovely.
And the Barry White CD.
Thank you.
Oh, and the other thing you asked me for. Boots were shut. Sorry. Right then. Listen, Lee, thanks very much for the chat, but I better get going.
Well, hang on. I've got a little surprise for you.
It's not a surprise. I've already heard it's little.
Come on, it's very romantic.
Look, Lee, can I be blunt?
Don't worry, I've already got that covered.
His life is average. He's a bit of a bore.
Don't change the words.
If he came on Strictly, he'd try to have you on the floor.
The dance floor.
He tells his corny jokes, and he thinks you are amused. He thinks he's got a chance with you. He's deluded and confused. He's pitiful. He's pitiful. He's pitiful. It's true.
You're in here because you can't afford Chris Martin.
Tess, leave this place. He's an utter disgrace. It's been really nice to meet ya. So go back home now to Peter.
It's Vernon!
I can see why you became Cockney rhyming slang. Gaga for lending us that cow costume. Now, it's not just our star guests and studio audience who get the chance to be in my all-star cast tonight. It's also you, the viewers at home. Yes, it's time for...
When will I be famous?
For 15 seconds.
Yes, famous for 15 seconds, where we offer you, the viewers at home, the chance to join my cast by showcasing your skills or talent. It can be anything at all, as long as it can be done in a tight 15 seconds from home over the internet. No, not that. And the act that Frank and Fern like the best will be crowned this week's famous for 15 seconds champion. Yes. You're not getting the cushion. It's genuinely cost more than the crown. And the winner will return next week to face new challenges. So let's meet our first hopeful. Anna Devitt, are you there?
Hello.
Where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from Erskine in Scotland.
From where?
Erskine.
Why did I shout like a granddad? What? It's magic. How does she fit in the telly? What are you going to do for us tonight?
I'm going to sing you a little song.
A little song. Anna, this is your 15 seconds of fame.
Okay. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. You know what I'm looking for.
Anna Devitt, ladies and gentlemen. Marvellous.
Incredible navel, though.
Very, very good navel.
Well, I don't know about good. It's like a gaping chasm of a navel. You could keep a hard-boiled egg in there on a long journey.
Anna, have you got anything else in your repertoire?
You got anything else in your navel? That's what I want to know.
Yes, I can sing you another song.
Please do.
No worry. Happy
it's the
birthday to you. You. Happy birthday to you.
Actually, it isn't my birthday, but when she first did that with a T-shirt, I thought it was.
Oh.
Next up, we've got Matthew. Matthew, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Lee.
What are you going to do for us tonight, Matthew?
Well, Lee, I'm going to show you a bit of white magic.
White magic? OK.
Yeah.
Matthew Baldwin, this is your 15 seconds of fame. I might be imagining this, but I think a man is just downing milk.
I think this could be the build-up to something very spectacular. No,
Did you just drink milk?
2 pints of milk all in one go. Drink two pints
of milk all in one go?
In 15 seconds?
Yes.
For 15 seconds. Sadly, there was a technical hitch. Could you do it again?
Right.
No, don't do it again, Matthew. You'll die.
You can't die drinking milk, can you?
You can't drink 4 pints of milk like that. You'll
OK,
die.
you better not. Don't do it then. I don't want you dying.
So I'll flip a
Are you
coin.
happy to listen? Do you want to do it again, or would you rather not?
I'll flip it to see whether I'll do it again.
Oh, it's a coin, I see. If you drink
You're
any
flipping
more,
it about
it'll
whether
be-
you do it again.
Yeah.
Is this how you make all your decisions? Do you want milk in your tea? Hang on. Just sugar. I'll tell you what, it was so entertaining. Just give us the highlights. Have a sip. Brilliant. I think you'll agree, ladies and gentlemen, that is some talent. I would never have forgiven myself.
I honestly think there's a genuine chance that could have killed him.
OK, hello, Jodie Cotton. Are you there?
Hello.
Hello, Jodie. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Yourself?
What's that door behind you? Is that a normal door, or do you live in a stable?
Shh, I'm not telling you.
What are you going to do? Don't say...
A little bit of singing for you.
You can do some singing for us. Fantastic. Take it away. Jodie, this is your 15 seconds of fame.
Oh, sorry, I've messed it up. I'm sorry.
Don't worry, we weren't enjoying it. I'm joking. That was wonderful. Have you got any other songs in your repertoire? I'll be honest with you. I'm finding your voice fine, but the song's a bit irritating.
What's your navel like? I feel you're missing an opportunity here.
Can I just explain that we did something earlier that you won't understand? Frank's not trying to come on to you.
What kind of a chat-up line is "What's your navel like"?
I'm interested to know what is behind that door. What is behind the door
What's the door? This is the Chipmunks. She was miming. Comes the door and they go, hey, we never get the credit.
There's a big dog behind the door.
Bring the dog in, see what it does.
Do you see him?
Yeah.
Go on, this is opening the door.
There's the dog.
Here he is.
Oh! Blimey, I'll tell you what, he's lazy.
Where's this doggy?
Did he used to be owned by Alice Cooper?
Sorry, let the dog go back to watching 3D TV. Can you have a round of applause for Jodie Connor? Thanks, Jodie. So, Frank and Fern, the fates rest in your hand. Who do you want to crown as this week's famous for 15 seconds winner?
I've got a winner in mind.
Does it involve a navel? Yeah, I'm thinking. I'm agreeing with that.
I think we've got our winner, have we? Is it Singing Belly Button? Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Anna Devitt.
Hooray!
And her Singing Belly Button. Well done, Anna. So how do you feel about winning?
Brilliant.
Tell me, can you join us next week?
Yes, we'll be there.
Good. That's good. Well, she's got some guts. Ladies and gentlemen, oh, come on. Come on, it was a joke. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Anna Devitt. Thanks, Anna. We'll see you next week. If you want to be part of my cast in next week's 15 Seconds of Fame, then go to bbc.co.uk/Lee Max All-Star Cast. And big thanks to all the members of my cast tonight. Fern Britton. Frank Skinner. Stuart Francis. Sam. Tess Daly. And, of course, our studio audience. Right now, to play us out performing I'll Be Your Man, please welcome the fantastic James Blunt.
Too many voices, too many noises, invisible wires keeping us apart. So many choices, but they're all disappointments, and they only steal me away from you. Climb into our own private bubble, let's get into all kinds of trouble. Slide over here, let your hands feel the way. There's no better method to communicate. Girl, stop your talking words, just get in the way. I'll be your man. So baby, come over from the end of the sofa. I'll be your man. I'll be your man. So many faces staring at their shoelaces, when all anyone wants is to be seen. So tonight, let's be honest, we all want to be wanted. And darling, you got me wanting you. Everything that I'm trying to say just sounds like a worn-out cliche. Slide over here, let your hands feel the way. There's no better method to communicate. Girl, stop your talking words, just get in the way. I'll be your man. So baby, come over from the end of the sofa. I'll be your man. I'll be your man. What are we all looking for? Someone we just can't ignore. It's real love dripping from my heart. You got me tripping. What are we all looking for? Slide over here, let your hands feel the way. There's no better method to communicate. Girl, stop your talking words, just get in the way. I'll be your man. So baby, come over from the end of the sofa. I'll be your man. I'll be your man. I'll be your man.
Hi, I'm Sonia from EastEnders, and this is my mum, Johnny Vegas. We like nothing more than watching Lee Mack's All-Star Cast. Joining Lee on next week's show is Shane Ritchie and the Fonz from Happy Days.
I think that is genuinely the weirdest thing I have ever heard on television.